Good morning and welcome to ProPilot Aviation, our weather briefing for today's flight. We have SantaAna winds today, and last night we knew they were coming. I've got a private pilot check ride to do today, and so the applicant called me, which was good. We looked at all the stuff and I just asked him some questions and he made the decisions, which were good. These winds are supposed to subside later today, so we just pushed the check ride later for later today, and we should be good to go if the forecast is as forecasted as of last night. So relative to the check ride requirements of starting a check ride, you're supposed to be able to finish it. Therefore, from everything that the applicant told me, it appears that we should be able to do that. Good decision making on the applicant's part. So pulling up the weather, as you can see, I've already started, but I'm going to go from the beginning. I type aviationweather.gov, and normally I will go directly to the prog charts, but today, because of what I've already seen and this information right here, I'm going to go directly to this area. You can see here that's already pilot reports. There's the orange, and then the red are the ones that get my attention. And then, of course, this information here for PIREPs and SIGMETs. So looking at this right here, I'm going to zoom out. There are some pilot reports over here over Burbank. We're going to take a look at over San Bernardino, which are the areas that get affected by the SantaAna winds the most. Along the mountain ridges over here, as the wind comes from the northeast and descends on the lee side of the mountain, or the other side of the mountain from the wind direction, and it accelerates. And you have some more over here over Palm Springs. So let's take a look at these PIREPs over here. That's my first curiosity. And so I'm going to click on that one. And urgent pilot report, UUA. A normal pilot report is a UA. Over Van Nuys at 1610, flight level 140, so 14,000 feet, C560, pretty sure it's a Cessna, Citation jet. Turbulence, severe. Remarks departed from Van Nuys, reported severe turbulence from surface to 14,000 feet. I'm going to try to see if I can get some later ones or earlier ones that happened this morning. There was a Piper PA-28 also departed from the Van Nuys area that had an urgent pilot report. So let's see if we have anything in that light. This is just a CL-30. It's a regular pilot report, and flight level 2,000 feet, type turbulence moderate. So moderate turbulence there 46 minutes ago. And I don't see the other one over here right now. I haven't taken a look to see. Actually, let me see if this one does it. Is that the one? Yeah, here's a Piper PA-28. Urgent pilot report, Van Nuys 240 degrees, so towards the west at 8 miles at 1445, 6,000 feet, PA-28, turbulence severe. Remarks corrected SAID ZLA, so it looks like they just corrected the identifier. Some kind of identification. So severe turbulence by that PA-28. And what I did, I went back down here at the bottom and went backwards to take a look at some reports from the past. And then there's this one right here. Is it a UUA? It's another UUA over Burbank at 1,000 feet, an E-175. So it's a regional jet. Turbulence moderate below 1,000 feet, low level wind shear plus or minus 15 to 20 knots. That's significant. We're not going flying in especially a small airplane to have that kind of stuff. Again, during final approach is when that happened. So let's go back to the most current time frame, and so we have those two right there. Zoom out. We're looking at one over here, Ontario, and you can see that there's still some moisture down towards San Diego. Let's take a look at this one over Ontario. 300 degrees, 6 miles, time 1449 at 2,500 feet, an AS-50. I think that's a helicopter. Moderate turbulence at 2,500 feet. And San Bernardino. Just a UA, regular pilot report, 1618, 11,000 feet. A Cessna 208, turbulence severe from 11,000 to 7,500. So that's a Cessna 208. That's a 206 is a Caravan, I think. Not sure of a 208 myself. I'll have to look at that one. Let's go back out. So it was Palm Springs was one. And it looks like there's some high level clouds in our area. Okay, let's see if I can click that. Nothing. Okay, UUA, urgent pilot report. So a lot of that stuff looks like a Cessna 25B. Remarks low level wind shear plus or minus 10 to 15 knots during descent to runway 31 on final approach course. All right, so that's what we've got going today. If I look over here at the weather, and this is going to be kind of interesting. Here are the winds. I'm going to zoom out to our area, and then I'm going to get rid of some of this just to, let's go back to the normal ceiling and visibility. So here's Palos Verdes, Catalina, and our area right in here that we're going to be flying. And so I will come back to the winds. So we've got all of this information here. That's at the surface. Notice this where the surface. It's coming from the northeast, gusting to 46. That's 30 knots, gusting to 46. Pretty close to our area over here. Again, more towards the mountains. This is very close to our area, gusting to 63. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 nautical miles per hour, gusting to 63. That's significant. Gusting to 22, gusting to 39, gusting to 42, gusting to 49. So this is what the applicant mentioned last night, saying, I don't think we can do the check ride. And I was like, okay, yep, that's a good decision. And let's take a look closer at the weather. Show me what this means, show me what that means, and what do you think? So I let him make the decision. It looks like it's only an air met, strong surface winds, sustained wind surface greater than 30 knots for both of these. Which we're seeing, gusting quite a bit. And that's at the surface. Okay, I want you to notice something here. As we go up to 3,000 feet, the winds calm down a little bit. So this indicates that those winds, the atmosphere descending from the upper atmosphere, hitting the surface, and then being accelerated by those mountains, the compression that occurs when it comes down and actually increases speed the closer you get to the ground. 6,000 feet. Winds calm down some more, and they're starting to shift a little bit. Keyword there. 9,000 feet. Some of these winds are shifting to the west. These are now starting to rotate counterclockwise. And then at 12,000 feet, this changed a little bit already for me. The winds were out of the south a little while ago at 12,000 feet. So things are moving, things are changing, but nonetheless, look at that. So a little bit earlier today, which is where we saw some of these, I saw some PIREPs indicating more of turbulence in the 12,000 foot range, which is a wind shear type of effect, because you have the wind shift from the northeast to the west, and in a little earlier it was from the south. I can't seem to go further backwards here, so I would go further backwards to see what we would be having. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. Coming back again to the startingaviationweather.gov, coming back over here to the prog charts. Prog chart here. Here's one thing I wanted to point out. There's a front there, but look at the isobars. They are not that close together. Okay, so an indication, an interesting indication. These are counterclockwise rotation like this. So our winds are not coming from a high pressure system, they're coming from a low pressure system. Here's the dry line. The dry line will create weather. This is at 12 UTC Thursday, so that would have been 5 a.m. We got 18 UTC, which would have been, used to be 8 a.m. It was easy to do. Now it's not as easy. So 1800 is 11 a.m. Yeah, it used to be 10. No weather, a little bit of high clouds over here, and the isobars are far apart. That's what I wanted to point out. The isobars being close together means high winds, but these are far apart. We still have very strong winds, as you saw, but the isobars are further apart. So you want to look at various sources of information, not just one source, to make your decisions and to get an idea of what's going on. Okay? I got to get going to the check ride, so that's it for today, and we'll see you later.